Hey everyone, Jackie Tinker here with my gelding King. Wanted to show you my other passion in life is horses. Now, you've heard me talk about Stitchy. This is my first horse. I bought him 2 years ago. I started out, my earliest memories in childhood were on a horse. My mom had horses. She loved horses. She competed with horses. And so my earliest memories were on a horse. And then, life took me a different way, but I always dreamed about horses. I would dream about riding horses and having horses and being back in the horse world and the smell of horses and all that. And if you know horses, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And so a couple years ago, I realized I'm a grown adult and I can get a horse. I don't have to ask anyone's permission. I have space for one. And so I got this guy right here. And some of you may have heard the stories. He and I did not get along really well at the beginning, and he was not a great beginner horse. He taught me some things, didn't you, sir? He taught me some things. But I got Stitch, and Stitch is not here right now. She's actually at the trainers because we're boarding. I'm going to be judging. I judged in Idaho for a couple, and we were gone on a road trip for a couple weeks, and then I'm judging again next week. And so the trainer has the horses for boarding, and he and I went to a sorting event last week. That's why he's with me right now, but he's going to go back to Bethany's for the week, just so that my family doesn't have to worry about taking care of the horses, and they're in really good hands there with her. So this is King. He's got some fancy papers, and he's a sorrel, you can see. He's my beautiful, handsome boy. I want to tell you about something that I did with Stitch today. I actually went to the trainers to get a lesson with Stitch today, and not this one. We've been riding him. We're doing some sorting with him, some ranch sorting. He's a nice little sorting horse, or he will when he figures out the job. And he's coming along and doing some really cool stuff lately. But today I loped. Yeah, I loped. It's something that I have been scared to do because of him. We won't talk about that. Cover your ears. Okay. Cover your ears. Because of this horse, I was terrified of loping because we had a little accident while I was trying to lope a year ago, and it just didn't work out so well. I got Stitch, who's a much better beginner horse, and she's taught me a lot of things. And so that is the thing. If you're going to get a horse, get a good beginner horse. Work really hard, take your time to get one that's going to be super solid to give you confidence. Because if you have a more advanced type horse who's not tolerant of beginner mistakes, so he's not tolerant, he's more like a mare than a gelding, aren't you? He's not tolerant of my poor hands or my poor timing or the things that I did at the beginning that I'm getting better about. He's making me better because there is no tolerance. I have to get better to ride him. And we're getting along much better now, and he spent a good long time with Bethany, and she did an amazing job with him, getting him into a better place as well. So today I went on road Stitch, and sorry, the dogs are coming up here, at Bethany's, and we've been working on loping. I went to a dog trial a couple months ago, and I saw the coolest chick out there. She is a really great dog trialer, but we did a horseback event. Me and Flynn and Copper was there actually too, and Stitch. We did this horseback event, and this girl comes into the warm-up pen. We're trotting along, having the greatest time trotting, because I'm too scared to lope because, anyway, we, trotting along, having the best time in the world. This cool girl comes in. It's like when you think you're the coolest chick in the parking lot, this girl comes in, loping around her horse, talking on her cell phone. Just loping and talking. I texted Bethany and I said, hey, my new goal for the end of summer is that I can lope and talk on the cell phone. And so that's what we've been doing. We've been working in the round pen, and we've been loping on a lunge line. And so it's been interesting because I have this thing in my mind that I didn't let go of. I thought I let go of it after we had a thing that we won't talk about. Cover your ears. Don't talk about it. But I didn't. I hadn't gotten over it yet. I hadn't really gotten over the thing that I thought I had gotten over. So it's been in my mind, and I'm terrified. So I'm riding on the lunge line or in the round pen with a death grip on the horn, the saddle horn. And I'm thinking, this is the most secure thing to hold on to. I need to hold on to the saddle horn so that I will be saved. And guess what? It didn't work out that well. When I first started riding, Bethany never let me hang on to the saddle horn, but she knew how scared I was about loping, so she kind of gave me some mercy and grace about it and didn't say anything. I'm loping around in the round pen about 2 weeks ago, and it's just killing my back. I'm slamming up and down the saddle, and everybody says loping is so much easier than trotting, and I was like, no, it's not easier than trotting. It wasn't for me. And Bethany's like taught me how to have a really good seat, and he taught me how to have a really good seat because I'm highly motivated to stay in the seat. So I have a really pretty good seat for a beginner. And so she's like, you can ride this. Why are you, she's like, why are you scared of this? It doesn't make any sense. You can ride whatever she gives you. And she's the calmest horse ever. Stitch is the best horse ever. And I'm just like, I don't know. And so at some point we're loping around and my back is hurting. I'm like, I can't do this. It's hurting so bad. And she's like, it shouldn't be hurting you. And so finally I kind of got out of the clouds. You know, when you're scared, you can't really see that well, and your vision is blurry. You're breathing so fast, you can't really focus on anything because you're just worried about hanging on for dear life, right? And I wasn't seeing anything around me. So finally, I'm like, okay, relax, Jackie. Just talking to myself, just relax. I just decided I'm gonna let go of the horn and just pick up the reins. And guess what? It stopped hurting. And the lope was smooth, and it is the best lope. It is the best gait, and it is super comfortable, and it is like a rocking horse, and it's so fun. And I realized something. I was holding on to the thing I thought would keep me safe, and it was actually the thing that was pushing me out and causing me pain. It wasn't holding me in where I needed to be by holding on to that horn. It was actually making it worse. And I thought, how many times in life do we hold on to something that we think is good for us, or think that's safe, or that gives us some security, and at some point we realize, or maybe we don't realize, that that's the thing that's holding us back. That's the thing that's causing us pain. So the moral of the story is, don't hold on so tightly to something you think is going to make you secure and safe. Sometimes if you aren't making progress somewhere, maybe you need to let go and trust and have faith. And that's the lesson I learned on Stitch today. And he brought me there in a way.